Hey everyone, so this is going to be a nail art tutorial and it's Valentine's Day themed. It will have a slight heart pattern, that's the idea anyway, and it's a water marble. It's two techniques for the water marbling as far as application goes. You are going to need a few things. The first is some tape. This is for making cleanup a bit easier around the nail. You can use liquid latex or the nail wraps. They're a little bit harder to get hold of, so I just like to use tape because I have it and it's easy and cheap. The next is something to clean up the surface of the water. I'm just using a Q-tip. For the second technique, you will need some tweezers. For both techniques and the second application, you will need some form of cuticle pusher, also something that just has a sharp tip. So whether it be a toothpick or a cuticle pusher that has a sharp side on it, one of the wooden ones, that will work fine. For the water marble itself, you will need some room temperature filtered water. Then the colours of your choice. The first colour is exclusive from the designer series of OPI. This is actually on all of my nails except the nail that the design is going to be on, but I thought I would apply it because I really like the way it looks, and outside it just sparkles in the sun, so I enjoy that one. The first colour of the water marbling colours is from Sally Hansen and it is Happy Days. It's also applied to my middle finger at the moment. The second colour is from OPI and it's Congeniality is my middle name. It's a really deep maroon shade with some purple glitter flecks through it. You will need a top coat. I prefer the fast dry top coats for this because it does penetrate through multiple layers of polish, but any top coat is fine, whatever your preference is. I just enjoy the out the door fast dry top coat. Next, you'll need something to actually water marble in. This is just a glass candle holder that I have. I have a few of them. And it just works really well because the diameter is wide enough and it is also deep enough for me to get my finger in. You can use any cup, any plastic cup, glass, anything that you've got that you don't mind getting polish on, because sometimes it can get a bit messy. You'll also need a tissue just for the second technique. And I've got some fake nails here which I'm going to be showing you the designs on because my nails at the moment are quite short. If you are interested in this look though, please keep watching. So the first step, for one of the nails I will be doing a traditional water marble straight to my nail. But in this case it is going to be a fake nail that I will show you on. What you would do, and I will show you how to tape up your hand, is apply the tape. So if your nails are long enough, or if you want to do a small pattern, you can. But what you would do is apply a stripe of tape across the bottom of the nail, like so, and just gently wrap that around. Next, you'll need another stripe. It's about 1.5 inches, roughly. Apply it down the edge of the cuticle, like that. Take a third stripe, the same length, and apply it down the other side of the cuticle, just along the edge of the nail. Just to cover the skin, that way it protects the skin as much as possible, making cleanup easier. What you'll then want to do is fold it around the top of the nail, just across the skin there. And same with the other one. Just fold it around like so. So it kind of just wraps the nail. That way it protects. You can push the top end in if you want, like this. That way it'll just protect the actual nail and it won't get too messy. So for both techniques, we are starting out the same way. What you're wanting to do is get your container and put in your room temperature filtered water. The next step is to get your colours of choice. I like to loosen up the actual lids of the colours that I'm going to be using, just so it's easy to get the drops into the water without it setting too quickly. So what you're going to need on hand is your pointy stick or your toothpick, whatever you might have, and just have that ready to go. However many colours you choose, I'm using 2, but you can use as many as you want. So first I'm just going to start with the light colour. And drop that in and just let that spread. Next, I'm going to go in with the darker purple, purpley pink shade. Then again with the light pink. Let that spread out. Then another drop of the dark. Then the light. I'm going to do a few more drops. Dark, and then finish with the lighter colour. Next, getting your tool that you're going to use, attach or anchor the polish to the edge of the container, going from the middle circle all the way out to the edge. Clean off any excess that's on the tip just by dragging it along the tissue. Now to make the heart-like design, you're going to go from the outside darkest circle and just drag that in and down, cleaning up the excess. And then the same from the other side, in and down, and just dip it to join them together and clean off the excess. You can continue the pattern depending on how big you've done the water marble. So go down from the outside, bring it in, clean off the excess. From the outside, drag it in and down, and then just dip at the tip to join it all together and clean it up. Now what you would do is, once your nail is all taped up, in this case I'm just going to be using a fake nail because it's a bit bigger, it'll show you the pattern a bit more, but you can obviously use this on your normal nails. This technique works. You would just hold it above and dunk your finger down in, then clean off the surface. In this case I will show you with the fake nail. So what you would do is just position your nail in the spot that you're wanting to dunk. So imagine this is attached to my finger. Find the pattern that you want, dunk it down, and then blow on the surface just gently. And then clean it up, like so. And then you would pull your nail out. And it would have the design on it. So in this case, the hearts aren't quite perfect, but you can kind of see the heart-like shape. And that's technique number 1. Technique number 2 starts exactly the same way. But you can have a little bit more control, and sometimes you can do more than one nail with each piece. This is a way that you can create water marble decals for your nail. Same technique, get your 2 colours, have your pointy tool ready to go, then do your design. Again, you want to anchor the colour to the edge of the bowl or cup, wiping off the excess as you go. So just drag it from the inside all the way to the edge. That just helps you draw the design on it so it doesn't move around and float around. So again, same design, drag it in, drop it down, clean it off. Drag it from the outside, drag it in, dip it in. Now what you're wanting to do, if you're happy with the design, keep it. If you're not, do it again. Because the next step is to let this dry completely. So you're wanting it to be completely dry to the touch. So when you touch this, you can see that it's still quite sticky, it breaks apart. So that's not dry. I left mine for about 20 minutes or so, and they were fully dry, and I will show you what they look like. So this is what it looks like after drying for about 20 minutes. This is another pattern that I tried. What you're wanting to do is just make sure it's not attached to the edges. Lightly scrape it if it still is. Then once it's loose, just get your tweezers and gently drag it out of the water and onto a tissue, just to dry any water from underneath. Once you have your nail polish sheets, so they're ready to go, you want to apply a top coat to your nail, or a layer of colour, whatever's going to be tacky and help it stick. So in this case, I'm just going to use the clear top coat and wait for that to get tacky. You then pick the design and the area of the design that you like. You can actually probably cut it if you had short nails, which I'll do. In this case, my nail's quite short, so I'm going to cut the design pretty much down the center, and that'll leave me with 2. So what I'm then going to do is apply that to my nail and just push it down. The coat underneath is slightly tacky, and that's what's adhering it to my nail. You then want to get your cuticle pusher and just push around the outside of the nail, and that will just cut off the excess polish. If you do need any extra help, or it's not peeling properly or it's not cutting properly, you can just put some nail polish remover or acetone on a brush and just clean up around the edges. So for the top part of the nail, you can either press it around, or you can just grab a nail file and file the tip off. The final step is to get your top coat again and just apply a layer over the top of the design to seal it in and to stick it all down. And that is the second technique. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial for this Valentine's Day inspired water marble. If you do have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, as if you have any requests, leave them in the comments as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye!